All right, so that's Cries for Kingston. Yeah, the album by Mr. Pike. He's a songwriter, producer, rapper, singer, all in one. So we're going to be talking about um, how the music industry is working out there in the world and how they want to collaborate here in Africa. And maybe we create opportunities for some of the local artists here in Botswana. This is TDA. Time is 10 minutes past 2 o'clock, and you tune in to the EMP Drive. Is he connected? Let's see if he's connected. You know, you must understand that the time difference is also like quite early there. So, we were chatting an hour ago. I hope he didn't doze off, and now he's gone. So we're gonna try and see if he's gonna wake up and join us. And some of his colleagues will be joining us and also watching the live interview. Yeah. So we're gonna carry on with some of these music for you to familiarize. There is some of the great songs that I'm just waiting to play on a little bit later. So yeah, stay tuned. 11 minutes past 2. It is TDA Tele Radio. My name is EMP, and here we go.
This life makes me weak, but I've got to be strong.
The station with the best music. Best music.
I love the music.
Best music.
I think everything great, and when things are good, me tell them everything straight. Someone see me fall and drop the food from the plate, but
In your face. All over the place. We're online. 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station. The hottest DJ mixing the beats.
born in the garrison, raised in the slums. Life ain't so promising, no hope for some. See friends lose their life on the rot of the.
Yo, 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 yo.
Where I'm
Hello.
from, it's so hard to survive.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you nice and clear. Is it possible if you could just turn your camera like landscape?
Okay.
Yeah,
Better.
like if you could turn your phone, or I'm not sure. Oh, it's perfect now. Okay, great, fantastic.
All right.
Oh man, I thought you went to bed or something and then you couldn't wake up because it's early morning there.
Yeah, my sincere apologies, man. It's good. It's good. It's good. Just had a lot of business calls coming in when I'm supposed to be tuning in, but I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm here.
All
Sorry
right,
for the
perfect, man. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Pack. Really
Cool,
excited
man.
about this whole thing, mate.
Yeah, absolutely, man. The pleasure is all mine, brother. The pleasure is all mine. Thanks for having me.
All
Thanks for
right,
having me. I
cool.
want to say what's up to everybody listening right now all over the world, especially in the hometown of Botswana. Really.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank
we
you for having me.
all right, we appreciate that. I remember you talking about coming to Africa once or a couple of times. You were in Zimbabwe, I say.
Yes, yes. That was back in 2018. That was like it was a business trip. I was supposed to be performing on I think it was some kind of a festival, and
Yeah.
it turned out to be kind of a spiritual awakening. You feel
Uh-huh.
me? Just being in the
Yeah.
motherland. I mean, that's Africa. That's like the birth of civilization. And
Yeah.
yeah, for me it was really like a spiritual awakening, just being amongst the people. I managed to have made some greats that I can confidently call lifelong friends in the country
Yes.
of Zimbabwe. So shout out to Chucky, shout out to Grace, Travelers Band, the whole team, man. Jah Works family. Bless up to everybody in Zimbabwe, yo. So I just gotta get that out the way as well.
All right. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. First things first, let's get to Mr. Pike. Who is Mr. Pike? Where were you born and
Man,
where did you grow up?
Mr. Pike. Wow. Well, I was born in like you just played the song. Born in the garrison. Born in the
Yeah.
ghettos of Jamaica, man. A place called the Concrete Jungle. Grew up in Jamaica for the first maybe quarter of my life. Was blessed to move to the States, to be with my mom. I think back in '96, I've been in the States since then. Who is Mr. Pike?
Yeah.
Man, I'm a family man. I'm a proud. I want to say I'm a man of God, man. I believe in God. I believe in love. You know, I believe in spreading love, showing love, each one teaching one. I am a businessman, and as far as me spreading my message, my truth, that's what made me a music man. I'm a music man at heart, and
All
yeah,
right.
that's what it's all about right now, man. I'm here.
All right. And when the music start? When did you start saying, okay, music is this thing that I want to do for the rest of my?
Wow. You know, I've always had a love for music. I mean, I would say for the past 25 years, I've known that, you know, music is in me and music is what I
Mm,
wanted to do. But as far as finding what I consider my true calling, as far as trying to make music with a message, you feel me?
yeah.
Because you have enough music out there that's talking about everything else, which don't get me wrong, I listen to everything. But as far as what's in my heart, me deciding to make music that can make a difference, a positive difference in this world. I'd say I've accepted that responsibility maybe for the past 7 to 8 years now.
Oh,
So
yeah.
again, I've always been into music. I've always known this is what I wanted to do. But you know, when you find your true calling, Ian, that's I had an epiphany, man, and that
Yeah.
came just from the music that started coming to me, the truth that started coming out of me, my outlook at life, my level of consciousness with what's going on around us. Um, when I had that epiphany and certain stuff started coming out of me, started writing certain music without even realizing what I'm writing. And you know, when you listen, you have your circle or individuals who listen to your music and they're like, yo, you know, what were you thinking? Or, you know, are you a gospel artist? I'm like, no, I'm not a gospel artist. I just believe in love, man. You know, I just believe in love and peace and just everybody coming together and, you know, making this world work like it's supposed to, you know, as one. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that truth, I would say I've discovered that truth maybe over the past 8 years or so.
And what would you say would be your highlights since you started like these 7, 8 years? What would be your like highest sort of highlight in
Man,
your music career that you can share with us?
well, my highlight for sure, as far as music is concerned, would have to be given the opportunity to orchestrate, if you may, to write the song Brighter Days,
Yes.
um, which was such a blessing and it was such an indirect thing that happened. It's just the powers of God Himself, I feel. I have a high school friend who I reconnected with back in Jamaica, I think in 2018 or 2019. And
Mm.
after like 20 years of not seeing him and telling him I'm doing music, etc., etc., he's like, yo, you need to link up with my brother who owns a recording studio, a recording label called Silverbirds Records. And the main producer from Silverbirds Records was a dude by the name of Chamba. So my friend heard a few of my songs. He sent it to Chamba. Chamba heard one song in particular called Cries for Kingston. And it just so
Yeah.
happens that he called me. I think he was on tour in Japan. And he called me from Japan or China, one of those Asian countries. And he said, Mr. Pike, I heard the song Cries for Kingston that you wrote. And it just so happens that Tommy Lee, I guess Tommy Lee are friends with Chamba. He said Tommy Lee had this idea from about 2 years ago. And this was back in 2019 that we're talking about. So it may have been 2017 or 2016. He said Tommy Lee had an idea to do a song to like remake the hit We Are the World,
Yeah.
but just to have all Jamaicans on it. And he said, hearing the way that you orchestrated the song Cry for Kingston, I would like for you to be the writer.
Okay, so first of all, how do you write for 15 stars, man? Because I was saying that's almost like Avengers, man. You know, you've got all these big stars, Julian Marley, Bounty Killer. Some of us grew up hearing and listening to Bounty Killer. Then you got Egyptian. Man, you've got really big names on that song. How'd you write a song for everybody, like for all of those big stars?
For me, I did it without thinking too much. I first thought about their style. I also try to consciously make sure that I kept in mind the vibe of the song. What am I trying to say in this song? You feel me? So when it comes to like for Tommy Lee's verse, for example, everybody know Tommy Lee as a bad man, whatever, gangster, you know, musically. And I met him in person. And I'm saying, and this is a good dude. He's, you know, as far as who I spoke with, who I met. And so I made a conscious effort, for example, when I was doing his verse, to make sure that people had an opportunity to know the other side of Tommy Lee. You feel me? So when I said, you know, well, at Tommy Lee, I telling you that this is not a game. A lot of things me do, but just I do it for entertain. But there's a time to die and there's a time to live again. Now's the time for love. To spread love and make it rain. You feel me? So I use different nuances, different ideas to kind of embody the individual style and try to get that message out as best as I could within that whatever 4 minutes, whatever seconds period. You feel me? And let me also say that Jovelani, I think Kiprich, and at least 3 artists ended up writing their own verses, which is fine because it definitely gave it some diversity and some different minds, different way of executing or bringing forth what the message was about. So, but yeah, man, it was a beautiful project, great opportunity, and through that, I was able to develop some, you know, great relationships with a couple of the artists, especially Julian Marley. You know, he and I really clicked, and you know, we have the same mindset and the mentality as far as what we want to get out there musically, what we want to spread to the world, and it's just love, man. You know, so I'm honored to, you know, be, you know, a friend with the royal Julian Marley, a part of the royal family. You know, so that's a blessing within itself.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna play. We want to play the music video. Well, we're gonna start with Judgment Day, and then we're gonna end the interview with Brighter Days, which is, you know, the biggest hit right now. So let's start with Judgment Day video. Who directed the video, by the way?
Oh man, that's my friend, my brother, my business partner, Troublesome himself, Deuce Benny, man. Deuce Benny, we're doing a lot of big things musically, movies, a lot of stuff we got going on right now. But yeah, shout out to my friend and my brother, Troublesome, Deuce Benny.
Yeah. All right, cool. So let's see if we can get the video up. Slim, you ready for me? All right, this is Mr. Pike, Judgment Day.
If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed by the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Judgment. Here's a time for war and a time for peace. On your judgment day, wrath will be released. See the 7 churches and the 7 seals. I stand with 7 angels on the battlefield. On your judgment day, you can't run and hide, can't wash your sins away. Down by the riverside, no, there's no escape. Dead rise from the grave, so change your wicked ways. Your soul might be saved. Live by the gun, you will die by the gun. Can't run away when your judgment a come. Gnashing of teeth and beat like a drum. Begging for mercy, but there will be none. Wicked people, you know that you're wrong. Spreading diseases and dropping your bombs. Evilest ways, sins I repent. I'm living in peace. I'm leading with love. No, there's no escaping this judgment. No escape. I see destruction, supernatural wars. I hear the screams come from near and far. Sound the 7 trumpets, see the 7 stars. Behold the 7 spirits, now you have been warned. On your judgment day, souls will pay the price. Dwell in the lake of fire or in the book of life. Can't take your riches when thy will is done. So prepare your souls for thy kingdom come. Evil is spreading all over the land, killing the people with vicious weapons. Wicked intentions, blood on your hands, thinking it's going according to plan. When you're ready for Babylon, you going down a Gideon. All the wrongs you bring unto man. Love wins, I'm taking my stance. Life is a battlefield. What side are you on? Is it good or evil? Tell me, what have you done? There's nowhere to hide. There will be nowhere to run. Well, you cannot escape it when your judgment comes. If this is my day, my time to be judged, I'll fall to my knees. My sins I repent. I'm living in peace. I'm leading with love. No, there's no escaping this judgment. No escape. No escape. No escape. You won't escape.
Five, four, three, two, one. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to the hottest sounds. It's the hottest mixtape in the world. And you.
All right, so we are back again, and we are with Mr. Pike. Time is 28 minutes
Sir.
past 2, the Central African time. Yo, are you still there?
You. Yes, sir. Judgment.
Judgment Day, man. Why Judgment Day? What was the inspiration behind the song and the video?
Well, the inspiration for that, if you listen and look closely, it's basically the signs of the times, man. It's I wrote that song about 3 months into what we now know as the COVID pandemic, and it also happened to have been a time when I was kind of studying, if you may, the book of Revelations in the Bible. You know, so in turn, a lot of quotes, a lot of interesting quotes or lines, you know, the 7 stars, the 7 seals, the 7 angels, that number 7 kept on coming up. So I made sure that I highlighted that in the music. But yeah, that was the inspiration, just what's going on in the world, my take, my perspective. And I'm also trying to scare people into doing the right thing. You feel me? I'm literally trying to scare them straight, man. I know I'm not perfect. I'm definitely far from perfect, but I know what I consider the 3 most important elements, man, in life. And, you know, that's just you know, knowing the difference between good and evil. You know, I know I choose good. The difference between love and hate. You know, I try my best to choose love. You know, and it's basic right and wrong, man. So that's what it's all about. Just trying to highlight what's going on and what we can do to correct kind of right or wrong. So, I mean, as everyone knows, man, we're all here temporarily. This is all temporary, you know, so just trying to prepare minds and individuals for eternal life or eternity. I don't want to sound too preachy, but that's where I was at, man. And there's a lot of people, a lot of entities in the world that are doing some really, man, some ungodly stuff, you know, to humanity. And I'm trying to highlight and steer them straight to let them know, yo, man, leave the people, yo. Just let us live. You know, teach us love. Don't teach us hate. You know, don't put a gun in our hand. Don't, you know, stop dropping these bombs. You know, if you can feed someone, feed them, help them out. Don't take their food away of. Don't take their food from their table. Put food on their table. You know,
Yeah.
don't push them away. Give them a hug. You know, so there's so many different ways, man. It's judgment. We got to prepare for that judgment. You know, and there's one ultimate judge. You feel me?
Yeah.
One ultimate
And-
judgment. So
So you have two songs that really interest me. One is "Letter to the Dead," and then the other one is "Feel My Pain." Are these from personal experiences? Because I remember you were talking about like losing, I think your mother, and someone else like really
well, my
at the same time.
yeah. Well, thankfully, my mom is still here. But
Yeah.
almost 4 years ago, my grandmother, may her soul
Yes.
rest in peace, Alice Roberts. My grandmother passed on the morning of December 21st, 2017, and within like a 5-6 hour period, my wife passed. And the toughest thing I've ever experienced, man. The toughest thing. I mean, I can't even explain it. But you know, my grandma. I got the opportunity to see her a few days before she passed. When I heard how bad she was, I flew to New York, spent some time with her in the hospital. Loved that woman. I learned so
Yeah.
much from her. And my wife, she was battling a chronic illness, a breathing, a lung disease, as a matter of fact, for years. And unfortunately, she lost that battle on that day. Um, but yeah, I express myself best through music, and my wife was my biggest fan. My grandma loved my music as well, you know, and I decided to honor them through my music, and that's not, I'll continue to do so because I'm sure I'll be inspired more and more as the years go by because these two women meant so much to me and my
Yeah.
family and where I'm at, and yeah, that's just the way. I mean, feel my pain. The music video itself, half of it was shot in Jamaica, mainly at the home that my grandma raised myself and her children, a few of her children with, you know, what we call a tenement yard, you know, in Jamaica, in the concrete jungle. And so it was a blessing to go back home and film a part of that music video there. And the second half of the video was, you know, here in the States. I reside in the Atlanta, Georgia, and I showed my children. I highlighted the new woman in my life. Shout out to Shivani. Love you, baby. Um, that, you know, my wife's shoes were big shoes to fill. And she came in and has done a great job, much appreciated job as far as just loving me, accepting me, loving and accepting my kids, and just making my house remaining a home that was very important to me. And but yeah, man, it's that transition, that experience. It's. I know it's natural. I know everyone goes through it, but just it hitting so close to home with some people who are so important to me was still to date the toughest thing I've ever had to go through. But you know what? I mean, God pulled me through it. I'm here now. It's
Yeah. So let's talk brighter days, because you know you're here and you can channel your love and passion through music and your
yes,
pain
sir.
through
Yeah.
music. Um, okay, so you know before we play brighter days because we're sort of kind of running out of time.
Yeah, man.
But I want to know um, what's your investment in Africa? What are you looking at? I know we're talking collaborations. We're already working on a possible collaboration with Mike Sprinter, who did our biggest soundtrack for the short film that is going around the world here in Botswana.
Right.
From here in Botswana, and um, what are you looking at in terms of music in Africa? What are you thinking?
Oh, a
Besides
lot,
this
man.
collaboration that we want to do
A
for
lot.
the sort of
A lot.
retreat and
A
going
lot.
forward.
A lot. I've done some stuff with Gusty Warrior, my boy Gusty, in
Yeah,
Zimbabwe. I've traveled his band out of Zimbabwe as well. Um, I'm in talks with Real Pop Team in Zimbabwe again. And just
yeah,
in general, man, I love the way that the Africans approach music in general, especially reggae and dancehall. They have a true appreciation for the art form, and
yeah,
I want to be a part of that growth. So I'm working on quite a few things. And in addition to music, yeah, and it's not just about music. It's about the people, man. It's about helping a lot of the folks who aren't able to help themselves. So with
yeah,
that being said, with the relationships I've developed with some great individuals in Zimbabwe, again, Chucky, shout out to you, Newton, the whole Jaworks family, Grace. Um, it's it's very important to me to do what I can,
yeah,
regardless of what capacity. So, we started, a little chicken farm in Zimbabwe. Um, I try my best to be as involved as I can through my brother on the ground in Zimbabwe, again, Chucky, to
yeah,
make sure that we keep the youth's minds, you know, elevated and somewhat that level of consciousness positive, regardless of their current experience. We try to make sure that they understand that me myself, man, I came from the concrete jungle. I came from nothing. You feel me? Nothing, and
yeah,
just through the grace of God and family and that structure and that mindset that I'm not gonna lose. I was able to make something of my life. So we're trying to provide those opportunities to the less fortunate, whether it be through arts, through agriculture, through, farming, through music, through whatever
yeah,
positive vibe, through mentorship, just talking to someone, talking to a youth and say, yo, you can do this. Being that father figure, being that big brother figure, being that mother figure, that big sister figure. You feel me? So these are the things I'm really trying to do in my second home, I like to call it, Zimbabwe, in Africa in
uh,
general. So that's the movement I'm on, man. I'm a humanitarian at heart, so that's what it's all about.
all right. Would you be interested in linking up or link us up with some of the artists that you're working with so they can come on the show? Because this studio right here where we are is
Right.
actually built by students. It's actually
Okay.
at a
Wow.
school in the capital of Botswana and a small village called Mochudi. So
Okay.
we want to do a lot of collaborations, whether it's making the music or it's in the arts, whether it's filmmaking, doing
Wow.
anything that we can, that you can help us with, or connecting us with some people or artists that that you're working with all the time, producers. Um, the school would really
Yeah, I'll try
appreciate
my
your
best, man.
collaboration.
I'll do my best. Absolutely. I will do
Yeah.
my best to be involved. If it's a positive movement, I'm with it. So I'll
All
definitely do what
right.
I can.
All right.
Absolutely.
Fantastic, man. All right. So before we go and before we say goodbye, do you want to send a shout out? How can people find you, Mr. Pi, with Champa Music? And you've got the album Seven. It's called the Seven Album. I like the title that you have on one of the songs. It's called No My Love. And I was just thinking about it, like, why are you giving me microwave love? I don't want no 2 minute love. I'm no 2 minute noodles.
Yeah, man.
You
Yeah,
give me
man.
quick love. No, I want long
Yeah, man. I
term
need the
love.
real thing. I need the
Microwave
real thing.
love. That was
Yeah,
real
man,
cool. I
real
thought it
thing.
was really, really deep, man. All
Yeah,
right, so
man.
how can people
Appreciate
find
it.
you, Mr. Pike?
Well, I mean, all my handles are at Mr. Pike Music. So the Facebook at Mr. Pike Music, the Twitter, the Instagram, and I'm on all the different streaming platforms as well. Again, at Mr. Pike Music. I've got a lot of stuff in the works, like I just mentioned, with the Africa to Jamaica. I'm actually in the process of writing another group song right now. Recently, my one of my mentors, Claude Bigstone Sinclair, he discovered that he had a heart condition that myself and a bunch of other individuals. Shout out to Janet Lumley, Sabiki, Real Helping Hands, um, Sister Shaz, Coconut Juice Records. Um, so he had a condition that we came together to do a fundraiser for. Julian Marley was a part of that as too. Shout out to Julian.
Yeah.
As well as Nesbeth, great performance from Nesbeth too, man. But quite a few people came together to raise some funds so that Big Stone can get some procedures done, and it's hard to keep him going. He's a huge humanitarian as well, and
Yeah.
a part of that project, I was again asked to write a song. I think this song is probably going to have between 12 and 15 people again. The title of the song is going to be called These Hands. That
Yeah.
Wise Words, big up Wise Words. He came up with the title because he's a dub poet, and he said, "Yo, just try to keep this title or whatever." So the song is pretty much done. I'm actually here in New York as we speak. Finishing up the production for that song. Jungle George, big up yourself too. So yeah, there's a lot going on, man. Movies, miniseries, writing projects, my own projects that will be coming out soon called Stop, Look, and Listen. Myself and Julian Marley is going to be in the title track. I'm going to be releasing a song and a music video soon called Pray for the World. Powerful, powerful, powerful stuff. So look out for that as well. Pray for the World, again, directed by Deuce Bennett, Troublesome himself, produced by myself, written and produced by myself. So there's a lot going on, man. So, my mom, shout out to my mom, my sisters, my aunts. I spent some time with them here in New York yesterday. They linked up for the first time in a while, man. So just family. Love my family. Feel me?
Yeah,
Shout out
that's
to my
good.
girl
Family is
again.
everything.
Man, especially good family. Feel me?
Yeah.
Shout out to Shivani, my kids. Yeah, man. Just love all of Botswana. Everybody watching right now. It's Mr. Pike, yo, and Ian. I definitely appreciate you having me on today to, have this conversation, have this platform, and I'm continuing to try to grow my fans organically. You feel me? So if you love good music, if you love realness, if you love the truth, you love Mr. Pike, yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Well, check it out.
Appreciate your time.
Music. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Appreciate your love, and we're definitely going to be working together as of
Looking
today.
forward to it.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. I heard your artist, man. That's a great artist. I'm looking forward to linking up with that as well. I've already got that thing ready when you're ready, so.
All right, cool. We'll do that. Okay, so coming up is Brighter Days, Mr. Pike. Thank you for your time and those that have been tuning in. Shout out to Silverbirds Records, Mr. Tommy Lee Sparta, Egyptian, Bounty Killer, Giovanni, Julian Marley, and the rest of the gang straight out of Kingston, Jamaica, New York, Jamaica, Queens. What's up? Thank you for tuning in. Time is 14:45. That's quarter to 3 hour time. And this is Brighter Days. Thank you for playing out the video for us. And stay safe, mask up, and sanitize. Yeah?
Yes.
All right, cool. It's been a lovely one. Have a great day.
Bless up.
I see them swines. Mankind, hacking so unkind.
Christian live a life of prayer. Me see little juvenile with a 9 a sprayer. Me see man go prison and not survive a day. Yo, the youth them need a brighter day, right away.
Me can't believe how the youth them today a behave. Martin Luther, Marcus Garvey, they must turn in a them grave. Peace and love and unity, yo, what that we feel brave. Helping next generation and them we feel safe.
Stop procrastinate, cause I'm not just faint. If you wait fun to be great, yeah. To elevate, you let go the heavy weight. The world of full of hate, step out, yeah.
Yo, me talking to the uptown and the inner city. Times get so tough, yo, the times ain't so pretty.
Mama see her son gone down, what a pity. We need to change now, cause the future's so iffy.
The wrongs you do can be undone. So let's stand together, one for all and all for one.
All for one for all.
I know we can overcome. What we need to do is pray, and we will see the sun. Hear me when I say we need brighter day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We need brighter day.
Well, my heart keeps crying, cause I keep trying to understand why the innocent keeps dying. Love around